Hey, we will continue today's availability. Our next driver up, driver of the number 3 Dow Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, Austin Dillon. Austin, you're currently 15th on the chase grid, needing an 8th place finish or better to lock up a spot. But I'm sure you want more than that. Talk about your position and mindset coming into tomorrow night's race.
Yeah, I think we've done a good job putting ourselves in position. We wish we were already locked in by now, but we have put ourselves in a positive position going in tomorrow night. So proud of the guys. I feel like we have a car capable of running pretty well tomorrow night also. So that was good practice for us. Just kind of going about it like a regular race week. We need to run good, need to finish strong, and that'll take care of itself. We have a good, strong finish.
All right. If you have questions for Austin, please raise your hand, and we'll get a mic. State your name and affiliation. We'll start with Reed and then Jeff.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Austin, with all the variables going into this weekend, how do you sort of balance playing offense and defense at the same time?
I've had to do it before in my career with championship runs and stuff, so it's just you got to stay focused and race like you would normally race. When you start really changing the vibe of things, it really gets hard that way. When things are going to happen that you don't plan for, and how you react to them is how it's going to end up. So just reacting the right way to everything that goes on tomorrow night, and knowing what we have to do to make in the chase, having that in our head, and just being smart about the choices we make.
Jeff and then Bob.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. Austin, do you think you'll have any butterflies or any sort of nerves? I know you can get amped up during these races, sometimes a lot of adrenaline. Do you think that'll manifest itself into nervousness at all?
I mean, I think I've been nervous for the last 2 or 3 weeks now. It's getting in the chase is a big deal. It's what our main goal is, and the best thing I can say is that we've put ourselves in a great position to make the chase. And now we just go do our jobs, and nerves can also be channeled to great things. So hopefully we pull off a great finish tomorrow night. Not only that, have a shot to win. This has not been one of my best tracks, but I've been really positive going into this week and feeling like, looking back at the last race, we had a strong car, and we had pit road penalties from both sides, pit crew, myself. And if we clean those up, I feel like it could be one of our strongest races. So I'm proud of the guys for bringing a strong car, and we've done our research and our homework. I've done everything I can as a driver to prepare myself for tomorrow night, and that's all I need to know, and I'll be happy and ready to go.
Bob, go to Woody, and then Tom.
Bob Pockris, ESPN. Curious, what's the mood at RCR after the Newman penalty? I mean, are you guys angry? And also, how the fact that you have now is kind of such a cushion, how much does it help you to just kind of race your race tomorrow?
Well, as far as the mood goes, I think we've got a strong group of guys at RCR that, it's part of being in this sport. Things come and go, and you might not think it's fair, but you can't go on. I mean, it's their call, and that's end of the day, that's it. And I've truthfully just been focused on the 3 team as much as I can possibly, and because I owe it to Dow to put on the best performance each and every week I can. So I'm in there working with our teammates and stuff as much as I can, but coming down the stretch, it's really important that I just focus on my job, and that's something we've done as a team. Is I'm a big NFL fan, but the coach that I think is probably the greatest out there is Bill Belichick, and I watched that NFL special on him, and the biggest thing was like, do your job, and kind of entitled that this year is trying to do your job. Each individual that's on our team does their job, and I think we're a capable team of getting it done. So we all make mistakes throughout the weekend, but if we can clean those up and have just a spectacular day where everybody does their job, it's going to come true. So that's what I'm excited about.
Go Woody, and then Tom, and then Ellen.
Michael Finley, Speedway Media. Austin, you've had arguably your best Cup season to date. You come into Richmond in a pretty decent shape to make the chase. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give your season so far?
Scale of 1 to 10 being 10 the best, 1 the worst. I would say it's a 6.5 six. Let's say 6.5, because I feel like we could get the half point back with some mistakes we made throughout the center of the year. We'd be at a 7, and I think that would have us locked into the chase right now. We're pretty close to locked in, but you never know what happens when it comes race day. So I'd like to have been at the 7 at this point. So there's a half point or a point that I'd like to have back, just because of mistakes that we made as a group and as a company that put us behind. I really think we had a solid year starting, and in the middle we just kind of dropped off because of certain things. You know, we had brake failures, we had different things that happened that didn't go our way, but we've learned from them and able to capitalize and have that 6.5 to this point. So
Stay back there with Woody.
So Woody came with MRN. Austin, was just wanting to get an idea with Chicago coming up next week about how you feel about your big track program overall with your team this year and just the whole atmosphere of that huge market to kick off the chase for our sport.
Well, I tell you, I'm really excited for the 3 team for the last 10 races. I feel like those racetracks really suit me pretty well. They're some of my best tracks, and Chicago is one of my favorites. And we had a top 5 run going last year and blew a right front, or I forgot if something burned up, something happened. But so go hopefully they're figuring on winning, because this is what it's going to take to make it to the next round.
Tom?
Hi, Austin. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. How does it complicate things that the first guy outside the chase is a teammate trying to get in?
I don't know. I mean, nothing's really changed. We've all just wanted to run better as a company at RCR. So we're still working together. I was in his trailer right after the first practice asking how his car went in practice, and just trying to communicate, because truthfully, in the end, if we're all getting better, we're going to have more chances to win races. And that's what we want to do. That's the real goal. We don't want to be in this position every year. So just working hard as a group to figure out how to get us better.
Ellen?
Ellen Haro, USA Today. I was wondering what you thought about Bristol Motor Speedway hosting a college football game tomorrow night, and do you wish it was at some other time and some other night?
Yeah, I'd love to have showed up and be able to watch it, because that's going to be an awesome experience. Told some of my buddies they have to go, and helped them out getting some tickets, and just to see what it's going to be like. It's going to be special. Hopefully, maybe one day they get an NFL game there, and I'd love to see the Panthers play, so that'd be cool.
Sean in the back.
Sean Robertson, CBS affiliate in town. You mentioned about you've been in these type of experiences before. I remember 2013 when you won the Xfinity Championship. Can you use any of those experiences then to incorporate for Saturday's race to get you possibly in the chase?
Yeah, I think we've kind of been using those methods, the same type of methods that we used when we won the Xfinity Championship. We left Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Championship with down like 12 points or something. And I did the math, and it was like 2 or 3 spots a race is all I needed to be like 10 ahead by the time we got to Homestead. And I just kind of talked to the guys and made it a point that all we have to do is be consistent and do what we normally do. We don't have to find speed. This is what we've got at this point. When you get to a certain point in the year, you kind of know what you got, and you know how you got to attack and how it's going to work out. So use your strengths to the best ability, and that's what you get. Hopefully it comes out right.
Any other questions for Austin? We'll go Jeff and Bob, and then we'll wrap it up.
You're an NFL fan, so I know you've been seeing the people that kneel down and stuff during the anthem. This is a sport where drivers get criticized on social media if you don't even have your hand over your heart. What do you think would happen fan reaction-wise if a driver took a stance like what some of the NFL players have been taking?
It would, I don't know how it would go over with our fans. So, I mean, we're a very patriotic sport. I think our sport does a good job of showing that every Sunday, Saturday, of showing what it is to the patriotism and what the flag means. And not only that, we have a lot of military out here each and every weekend, and I've had guys personally tell me, I'm close friends with a lot of SEAL guys that I've I check on that are still in battle, like still going out and putting their lives on the line. So I get to do what I do on Sunday and have this amazing job that what it means to them when I stand still and I put my hand across my heart. And so it means a lot to me to know that they're watching, and when they text me, they personally text me. I got SEAL guys that'll personally text me and say, "Hey, thank you for not moving around, sitting there." You know, we love that. When I see a guy when they see people that are not paying attention during our national anthem, or kind of off looking around in the right place, it means a lot to them just to stand at attention. So I wouldn't want to ask a guy that puts his life on our line for our freedom to have to see that, But for me, I'm just close friends with military members. I mean, it might be different throughout, but the ones I know, they text me and tell me, "Hey, man, I'd love to see you out there when you have your hand across your heart, you're standing at attention and respecting the flag." So that's my stance on it, because I have close friends that are still fighting, and I think this is the greatest country in the world, and traveled to other countries, and I'm glad to get home every time to America. So that's my stance on it, and that's it.
I'll wrap it up with Bob.
You haven't made the chase before. What would it mean? And what's the difference between getting in the chase and not being in it?
It means a ton. I mean, obviously it's everything, and I put a lot on my shoulders each and every weekend because of my family and the organization I'm with, and I think you'll find out tomorrow night what it means to me, if it goes the right way or the wrong way, and got to handle it the right way or the wrong way, whatever happens.
Great. Thanks so much, Austin. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Sorry I was late. I was like behind 5 drivers in the piss test, so.